Learning from Toyota and puts the phone away. In this video, Simon Sinek expresses the initial measure towards achieving is to keep our phones aside.
No single person is strong enough or smart enough to lead by themselves. And so the opportunity isn't to beat yourself up, but to understand what your strengths are and what you bring to the game, and then find people who have strengths that are different to yours. And if you work together, and that's why we have teams. If we were good at everything, we wouldn't need the team. We just need ourselves.
I think it also highlights the importance of being too involved in your own company so that you aren't looking for mentors outside of your own company who are thinking about
outside your industry.
Yeah, or outside your industry. Having a board of directors for me has always been wonderful because you get people who they were a former governor, or they were a chief medical officer of a big company, or they were in consumer marketing. And they deeply care about the cause and happen to care about me, so it's that safety net.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's an obligation on us as leaders to seek out those mentoring relationships that are outside of work to help create that safety net.
And this is, I'm opening a Pandora's box here, but America screwed up lean, right? When the folks from Harvard decided to bring the Toyota way to the United States, one of the biggest mistakes they made was calling it lean, because it was never about efficiency. It was about finding better ways of doing things, which is sometimes more efficient and leads to efficiency. But America, we made it about efficiency, which means we made it about counting, which it never was. And there's never been a company that has fully successfully implemented lean in the United States, by the way.
Because of that.
Yeah, because they think it's a numbers thing, and it's not a numbers thing. There are things within the Toyota way, we're not going to call it lean, right? There are things within the Toyota way that are brilliant, and one of them is the Kaizen, where you take people who know nothing about a particular part of your business, and you make them go work in that and solve it for a week or two. And you mix the company up, and you let people try new things, and you create blended teams. Because what's happening is somebody is bringing a point of view that nobody on that team has.
Toyota has published the Toyota Way, which outlines 5 fundamental values in 2 main areas: continuous improvement and respect for people, which focus on defining a long-term vision, continuously improving operations, and finding the facts to make informed decisions. The second area includes 2 values: respect and teamwork, which emphasize understanding others, building mutual trust, and sharing growth opportunities. The Toyota Way has also led to the development of lean management, which emphasizes teamwork, communication, efficient use of resources, and continuous improvement. Additionally, I believe that lean should also prioritize specifying value from the customer's perspective. In today's world, we are realizing the importance of genuine human interaction, and the first step towards achieving this is putting our phones aside. It can be argued that Toyota is currently the best car manufacturer in the world, consistently receiving high rating for reliability, quality, and durability from research firms like J.D. Power. The company has a clear and measurable approach to achieve its goal. Using the PDCA process to ensure success is regularly monitored. However, a closer look at Toyota in Japan reveals that the company is actually quite anxious about its future. Recent problems with their automobiles have damaged their reputation for quality, and they are concerned about being late to enter new markets and incorporate new technologies. Additionally, they worry about having enough resources to sustain their global growth and keep up with technological advancements. Overall, Toyota is under significant strain as it tries to keep up with its rapid expansion and changing industry landscape. Toyota faces multiple challenges due to 3 main factors. Firstly, in the past 6 years, Toyota has increased its production capacity by 3 million vehicles to meet demand, a feat only matched by Ford under Henry Ford in early 1900s. Secondly, Toyota's ambitions have grown significantly, with plans to expand the luxury brand Lexus in Europe, increase sales of the Tundra pickup truck in the US, and develop new vehicles for emerging markets like China and India. Thirdly, there is an unprecedented rate of technological change in both manufacturing processes and products. Toyota acknowledged that striking a balance between short-term and long-term goals, being a Japanese company, while also being global, and balancing cautiousness and confidence are crucial for Toyota's future success. Additionally, the importance of balancing incremental improvements with radical reforms to remake the company using the Toyota way.
How can millennials create better relationships with Gen Z and try to impart on them that technology is not the end all be all? Oh, the irony is thick. I love it. Um, one is to put them in situations, if possible, where they feel what it feels like to have genuine connection. I had let's call it debate with a 16-year-old recently, where I maybe complained that her generation doesn't know how to have conversations. And she pushed back very hard and said, yes, we do. We have conversations all the time. I said, you rely on your cell phones and social media to talk to each other. She goes, no, we don't. I send voice memos to friends. And I sort of had to pause and I'm like, wait a minute. You send a voice memo to someone, they send a voice memo back to you, you send a voice memo back to them, they send a voice memo back to you, and you think this is a conversation. And she said, yes, because how do we define conversation? We're talking with each other. So they think that talking, like making recordings and listening to them in real time, is a conversation. I find it to be very avoidant, right? Where you can't read body language, the tone of voice is missed, you can't interrupt. Great conversations are interruptive. You know, it's not one, then the other, then one, then the other. That's like a formal debate. Conversations are messy, like people are messy, and that's what makes them fun. It's not talking at people, it's talking with people. And so I think the best thing we can do is just keep doing the things that we think are important. The good news is Gen Z are younger, so we can put them in situations. You know, we can make them take their phones away. We can go out for dinner with them and ask them to put their phones away, or I do this with my friends where we all trade phones when we go out for dinner. So when you go to the bathroom, you don't have your phone, you have somebody else's. And you just have to when you're the one waiting, you can't check your phone. You have to sort of enjoy the surroundings. But the point is find opportunities where you can put them in situations where they can enjoy good old fashioned human contact talking, and let them experience the difference and talk to them about their friends.
Social media platforms profit from our daily lives by tracking and selling our personal data and preferences to advertisers. Our relationships are viewed as potential sources of profit, and we constantly seek attention by presenting versions of ourselves that we believe will be lucrative. We have become accustomed to these terms and conditions, allowing social media to make us feel valuable even though we may not retain much of the value we create. These platforms encourage compulsive use by offering intermittent and unpredictable forms of social approval, such as likes and retweets. Dependency on social media eventually becomes its own logic. Recently, Twitter considered removing likes, but users protested. If it were possible to receive book recommendations from Twitter and puppy photos from Instagram without seeing followers counts or likes, it would help reduce time spent on the internet and reduce emotional investment in it. However, this would also mean fewer dopamine rushes and less revenue for the companies that advertise on these platforms. During a period of internet decluttering, the author found themselves compulsively checking their inbox and scanning headlines repeatedly before eventually experiencing a pleasurable mental silence that felt economically risky but liberating. To reduce the impact of your phone on your life, it is recommended that you turn it off and leave it at home when going out to dinner or to the movies. It is also advised that you avoid bringing it to the dinner table and leave it in the car when shopping. Most activities done on phones, such as texting and tweeting, are not urgent and can wait. It is important to acknowledge that this is a problem that takes steps to address it. To break free from phone addiction, you need to isolate your phone from the internet and identify alternative activities that interest you. This may require creating space away from your phone, which can be challenging but necessary for change. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. For more videos, like these and subscribe.